Alright guys, here we are, lesson 14, page 125. It says, let's use all four operations with signed numbers to solve problems. The objective is I can represent situations with expressions that include rational numbers, and I can solve problems with the four operations of the rational numbers. 14.1, which one doesn't belong? Go ahead and hit pause, look over the four problems, and see which one you think does not belong. Alright, hopefully you've had time to think about which one doesn't belong. You could say the first one, 1/2 x equals negative 50, doesn't belong because it's the only one with a fraction. You could say x plus 90 equals negative 100 doesn't belong because it's the only one with an addition sign. You could say negative 0.1 equals negative 0.001x doesn't belong because it's the only one with a decimal. And you can say negative 60t equals 30 doesn't belong because the number because it has a t instead of an x. Okay, so we can make a case for any one of them not belonging. So page 126, draining and filling a tank. A tank of water is being drained. Due to a problem, the sensor does not start working until sometime into the draining process. The sensor starts its recording time at 0 when there are 770 liters in the tank. Number 1, given that the drain empties the tank at a constant rate of 14 liters per minute, complete the table. So after the first minute, we're minus 14 because it's draining, that's why it's negative. So this is negative, so 1 minute times negative 14 is negative 14, so we're just going to go 770 plus negative 14 and we get 756. Now, after 5 minutes, we go 5 times negative 14, and that's where we get the negative 70. So 770 plus negative 70 gives me 700. And then 10 minutes, 10 times negative 14. 10 times negative 14 is negative 140. So we're just going to go 770 plus negative 140. And we get negative positive 630. Okay? Later, someone wants to use the data to find out how long the tank had been draining before the sensor started. Complete the table. Well, so negative 1 times negative 14. So we're just multiplying all of these first ones by negative 14. So we're just going to multiply all these by negative 14. And we've learned that a negative times a negative is a positive. So all these numbers are going to be positive. So the negative number here just tells me 1 minute before the sensor started, 2 minutes before the sensor started, 3, 4, and 5 minutes before the sensor started. So, using a calculator, let me pull it up here. So, negative 2 times 14 is 28. Negative 3 times negative 14 is 42. Negative 4 times negative 14 is 56. And negative 5 times negative 14 is 70. So now, 770 plus 28, because now it's positive, right? So we're adding it. 770 plus 28 is 798. 770 plus 42, 770 plus 42 is 812. And then we go 770 plus 56 is 826. And then 770 plus 70 is 840. If the sensor started working 15 minutes into the tank draining, how much water was in the tank? So 15 minutes before, so we'd go negative 14 gallons per minute times negative 15, that's 15 minutes before, so negative 14. Remember, negative times a negative is a positive, so negative 14 times negative 15 is 210. So if we go 770 plus 210, we get 980 gallons. Okay? All right, 14.3, buying and selling power. A utility company charges 12 cents per kilowatt hour for energy that a customer uses. They give a credit for 0.025 cents for every kilowatt hour of electricity a customer's solar panel generates that they don't use themselves. A customer has a charge of $82.04 and a credit of $4.10 on this month's bill. What does the amount do? Well, we just have to subtract them. So we go 82.04 minus $4.10. Pull out my calculator one more time. 82.04 minus 4.10, $77.94. All right, how many kilowatt hours did they use? Well, if we go 82.04, that was how much they were charged. So 82.04 divided by the 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So divided by 0.12, so 80 divided by 0.12, 683.66666 hours. Okay, and how many kilowatts did they generate? So then we take the credit, $4.10, so $4.10 divided by the 0.025. So 4.10 divided by 0.025 gives me 164 hours. Okay? And that is it. So looking at the summary, we can apply the rules for arithmetic with rational numbers to solve problems. In general, A minus B, so a subtraction problem is the same as adding the opposite. If A minus B equals X, then X plus B equals A. We can add negative B to both sides to get the equation X equals A plus negative B. Remember, the distance between the two numbers is independent of the order, but the order matters, okay? When multiplying a positive number divided by, all right, let me start over. The sign of a positive number multiplied or divided by a negative number is always negative. The sign of a negative number multiplied or divided by a positive number is always negative. The sign of a negative number multiplied or divided by a negative number is always positive. Remember, the rules for multiply and divide are the same. But always use that calculator to make sure we're getting the right answer. Okay, your assignment is number 3 and number 4 in your book. Number 3, a bank charges a service fee of $7.50 per month for a checking account. A bank account has $85. If no money is deposited or withdrawn, except for the service charge, how many months is the account balance going to be negative? So we're just going to go $85 divided by $7.50 and then just round up. Number 4, a large aquarium of water is being filled with a hose. Due to a problem, the sensor does not start working until sometime into the filling process. The sensor starts recording at a time of 0 minutes. The sensor initially detects the tank has 225 liters of water. The hose fills the aquarium at 15 liters per minute. What will the sensor read at 5 minutes? So we just have to take 15 liters per minute times 5 minutes and then add that to 225. And later someone wants to use the data to find the amount of time water's before the sensor started. What should the sensor have read at negative 7 minutes? So we're going to go 15 liters times 7 and then subtract that from 225. So 225 minus that answer, okay? Remember, if you have any questions, you can always send me an email.